Why DEI? Why should the church and us as the national office be committed to these values? Isn't DEI a corporate program riding the wave of trends, huge interest post-pandemic, but now facing a backlash? We're not committed to DEI as a program, getting on it when it's hot and getting off when it's risky. No, we are committed to them as values because the church has been practicing them, not perfectly, but way before they became corporate terms. Diversity, equity, and inclusion, these are theological values, right from the birth of the church. We see it lived out in the book of Acts. The first generation church intuitively practiced these values when they realized that God raised Jesus from the dead. And that made Jesus Lord of Lords. And they realized that they now lived in a new world, in a new administration committed to justice and shalom. A world of diversity where differences are welcomed and not erased. Like in Pentecost, the message was preached in multiple languages. No one's difference was erased. Everyone heard the story of Jesus in the language their mother sang lullabies to them. The interpretation service of Pentecost makes today's United Nations system of interpretation look antiquated. And a world of inclusion, where no one is made to feel less, where everyone knows they belong. Like Luke tells us that the believers, quote, spent much time together in the temple, and they broke bread at home and ate their food with glad and generous hearts. Acts 2:46. Now, when they went to the Herod's temple, they still had to abide by the division of people enforced by the structure of the temple. Its stone walls, creating court of Gentiles, court of women, court of Israel, and court of priests, just ranking their differences. But in the homes, everyone sat around the same table and broke bread together. No one was left out or left to feel less valuable. There is no more powerful and visceral way of experiencing belonging than breaking bread together. And the world of equity, where processes, programs, and resources provide opportunities for flourishing for every individual, recognizing that no one starts from the same place. The Pentecost church knew that inequity ravages most fundamentally in the economic structure. So they had the courage to create their own economic system where they, quote, distributed the proceeds to all as they had need. Acts 2:45. They eliminated poverty. Such a powerful witness. Now there are other ways to talk about these values. We can add J for justice and B for belonging. And that's a good, important conversation to have, but conversation is not work. What's important is that we work together to see these values, these Christian values in our daily life as an organization and as a society. So why DEI? Because they are fundamental Christian values, because they are the agenda of resurrected Jesus' administration of shalom. They are the marks of the church, because it is what it means to be the people of God.